What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Living in Arizona, and today we are going to talk about one of the favorite destinations in northeastern Arizona, Payson, Mogollon Rim area. We're going to go over that whole region. This comes as a request, actually, from Charlie Heller. He says, "Hey Jeff, do a video on the Mogollon Rim and the White Mountains." So that's what we're going to do. You guys can also keep up with us in the discussion that we're having here on Facebook in Living in Arizona's Facebook group. You can see everyone chatting it up in here, keeping up to date. Lots of content, lots of stuff to stay up to date with. Join us. Content below, comments below. Click that link and join us. So, Payson, Arizona. Let's go ahead and do this, and the White Mountains and the Mogollon Rim. So, if you're new to this channel, you can also subscribe. Payson is a town in northern Gila County, Arizona, United States. Its location puts very near to the geographic center of Arizona. Payson has been called the heart of Arizona. The town is surrounded by the Tonto National Forest and has many outdoor activities year-round. The population as of 2010 was 15,000. It's probably gotten a lot bigger than that, but you can see here's a picture of Green Park in Payson. Let's go ahead and zoom it in a little bit. So you can see a nice, it's forest up there. That's forest country up there. So it's not like the desert. Now, if we zoom out here, you can see here's Phoenix, here's Payson, here's the whole state. So you can see it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from Phoenix. And if we just take this down here and we take a look at the little orange guy, put him somewhere on one of the highways off the Bumblebee, that's what it's called, the Bumblebee Highway. Or no, I'm sorry, the B line, the Bumblebee's I-17. So you can see this is what it looks like driving around Payson. So we've already kind of touched on Payson before. This is just in the surrounding areas of Payson. Like I said, it's a lot like Denver. I mean, it's like Prescott too. I mean, it's like, which one do you want, Payson or Prescott? Prescott's a little bit bigger, and the surrounding areas have more population than Payson. So if you're really into peaceful, you might want to consider going towards Payson or the White Mountains. Now, what are the White Mountains? Well, the White Mountains are going to be, because obviously it snows up there, that's how they got its name, but you're going to be looking around this area over near Hannigan Meadow. So it's kind of far, actually, to get here. But Hannigan Meadow, if we just go down here with the little orange guy, show you guys this area. This is probably the more nicer spot, the nicest spot in the White Mountains. And really, for some of you, we might even consider this to be the best spot in northern Arizona. Why is it moving so slow? I mean, what in the world? But either way, Hannigan Meadow, this is the area. And it's in the White Mountains, but from Payson, it's kind of far away. But I would say that the reason I chose to do Payson is because of the Mogollon Rim comment. The Mogollon Rim, if I just show you the rim, this is a look at the rim. See, it's a big mountain. At the bottom of the rim, before you go up in elevation, is Payson. So when you're coming down the Mogollon Rim from northeastern Arizona, you'll be coming into Payson at a lower altitude. And I know about the Mogollon Rim because I've been there many, many times. Driven to Eager, Springerville. So back on the subject of Payson here, we're going to also show you some of the other places that people like to go around here. One of the areas that I recommend taking a look at is going to be Strawberry, which I've mentioned in a couple other videos. So this is also at the base of the Mogollon Rim. You can see here's the rim, right? This whole area right here. It doesn't look like it's going up in elevation, but that's what you're doing. Imagine the amount of erosion that had to take place to create this rim. But this whole area is the rim face, where it basically drops in elevation. You come driving through here to get down the mountain, right? To get off the rim, you come off here, or you could come off 260. And some of these areas around here are going to be quite interesting areas, but Strawberry and Pine is where you really want to take a look if you're going there. Also, you could consider going all the way over to Heber Overgaard. Heber Overgaard is a place where you can get some pretty decent priced property, actually. It's not, there's not much there, but I think Heber Overgaard has potential. And then you have places over here like Show Low. But in this area, you have Snowflake. You know, this is a place where you could get like 50 acres out in this area. If you're looking for 50 acres worth of land for $50,000, this is where you would find it, from Snowflake to Heber Overguard. This whole area of eastern Arizona up on top of the Mogollon Rim. But the Mogollon Rim, if we just keep talking about that in particular, you can see some of the details about it. The rim is an escarpment defining the southwestern edge of the Colorado Plateau. Its central and most spectacular portions are characterized by high cliffs of limestone and sandstone, namely the Kaibab limestone, Coconino sandstone cliffs. The escarpment was created by erosion and faulting, cutting dynamic canyons into it, including Fossil Creek. So Fossil Creek is another area around here that is kind of, it's really amazing if you get a chance to go out to Fossil Creek. Let's go ahead and take a look here. For some reason, my dog's acting up. Hey, Larry, lay down. He's got his leash on him. He wants to go for a walk. But this is Fossil Creek. Honestly, I shouldn't really be showing you this because it is a hidden gem. It's a beautiful place, and we wouldn't want it to get overpopulated and contaminated. But this is really one of the most amazing places you'll go in Arizona that's uncharted. But this is a look at some of the stuff around Fossil Creek. I mean, just if you go there, make sure you're respectful and of the nature. You know, like clean up after yourself. But this is Fossil Creek. This is near Payson. This isn't the only spot that's near or around that area of that area where they have beautiful things. But I mean, camping up on the Mogollon Rim is going to be great. But now, if we talk about the White Mountains, which was also part of his question, you had Hannigan Meadow, you have Greer. Greer is another place that I used to go to when I was a kid. Let's go ahead and take a look at Greer. So Greer is a place where you would build a cabin. This is where people from the valley have second homes, cabins, and whatnot. It's beautiful up in Greer. If you like high altitude living, I mean, it's kind of like Switzerland, right? I mean, you know, that's kind of the feeling you get, is like, except it doesn't have the waterfalls cascading off the mountains. But you know, even around Greer, there's going to be Mount Baldy, which, you know, you go up there. They have the Sunrise Park Resort, which is the ski resort. For those of you who like to ski, you just jolt out of Phoenix and head up to Sunrise. Obviously, the other one, the big one, is going to be in Flagstaff, called Snowball. But Sunrise is just as popular. It's over in the White Mountains, and you know, you can see there's Holly Lake campground area for those of you who like to camp. It's just, if you're coming to Phoenix, if you're moving to Phoenix, you're going to want to explore what's going on around this area. And yeah, so White Mountains, Mogollon Rim, take a cruise. Go on Google Maps if you really want to explore it a little bit more. I mean, I could show you a little bit more on Google Maps too. Let's see if we can get the... Larry is really going to town. He's going to have to... The reason he's in here right now is because they're working on the backyard. But here's a look at what it looks like up on the White Mountains. Some of you just dropped your jaw right there and said, wow, I can't wait to go. Yeah, obviously this is great. This is beautiful. This is, you know, this is Arizona for you. I mean, you guys thought Arizona was a one-trick pony. Think again. I mean, this is how Yosemite looks. I mean, you might not have El Capitan and, you know, some of those other glacier cliffs, but this is how the camping looks in Yosemite. It's beautiful up in Arizona. I mean, this is just one of many places along the Mogollon Rim and on the White Mountains that you can explore. So, yeah, let's see if we can also exit out of that. So that's just outside of Payson. Other than that, there's Sharp Creek. Let's go right here. I encourage you guys to explore Arizona, but look at this. Mogollon Rim. There's the rim right there. You're probably wondering why you have never heard of this place. Some of you have heard of it. But thanks to Chris, now you guys are getting a video about it. I've been up here a couple times. It's peaceful. I mean, this is a place you go in this if you want to see snow in the winter. You go up here if you want to escape the Arizona heat or the Phoenix heat. You go up here. It's going to be about 10 to 20 degrees cooler. So anyways, guys, thanks to everyone who's watched these videos and liked them. Drop some comments. Like Chris just asked for a request about this. I mean, we've got other places around here. I've got so many videos backlogged that I'm going to be making. Subscribe to this channel. Watch some of these other videos, and we'll see you next time.